America.
All right. You want to do your thing? Yeah. That's very good.
That's a solid clap.
That was very, very well done. So I guess this is how we start.
This is how we start.
What is this for? YTPC?
Yes.
Why YTPC? Padre and
Mark VV of the Briar Bothy.
because you can't pick a name. Coming to you via the virtual airwaves, saying Happy Independence Day to our American friends. America. And I guess if it's, if you're in the rest of the world, I don't know. It's 4th of July anyway. It's July 4th. And
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July. That doesn't mean anything, I guess, if you're in Liverpool. But other than maybe, I don't know, maybe it's payday for you or something.
Ungrateful Colonial Day, is that what we call it?
Yeah. Yes, I think it's Treasonous Peasant Day.
Treasonous Peasant Day.
Yeah. All right. Now we have gathered on this occasion for a very good reason, and that is to remember a friend from the YTPC, good old John Harden.
It's not going to be a sad occasion. We're going to try to make it as humorous as humanly possible.
Because that would be the way he wanted it. John had a tradition of doing a 4th of July video.
Right.
And what that was about was an absolutely horrible tobacco blend.
Right. That you
Yes.
gave him.
I did. And, I don't remember the year. Was it 2015, 2016?
I think it was about 4 years ago. I want to say the video.
2016?
I think the video started popping up about 4 years ago. So.
All right. So I had ordered from Briar Works this baconed old fashioned. I could not believe how bad it was. And I had known John for a little bit of time then. And to me, it was like, well, he can smoke anything. I mean, he smokes Haunted Bookshop, for God's sake.
Yeah.
So, remember the Life cereal commercial? Give it to Mikey. He'll eat it. He eats anything. And I kind of figured, well, if anybody can appreciate this crap, John can.
It's John, yeah.
So I sent him a Facebook message, and he said, send it my way. And I think that was like May, June. And so somehow or another, beginning of July, I don't know if that was really the first time he smoked it or it was so bad and he figured, this is video content, let me make a video smoking this crap.
No, I think the first time he smoked it was on video.
You think so? Yeah.
But I want to say I recall that the first video he kind of like semi-liked it, but then like each subsequent year, he was like, you could tell his disdain for it was growing.
Well, I don't think this stuff even ages well. It's horrible tasting. It had I don't know, this is very impolite, particularly for a member of the clergy to say, but what I would call a tobacco leaf turd in it. It was one big. Does that one have it?
Yeah, it does. Well, it's not a big turd, but it's
a big turd. And I don't know what the hell that was supposed to be. There it is. You see, now the one I sent him was bigger, I think.
Well, they have more. It's not just
there's more. So,
but wait, there's more. There's another. I think that's all I got.
Is there a technical term for that? Tobacco?
Lanyap?
No, I think tobacco leaf turd might be more. Can you say turd on YouTube?
We'll find out.
We're going to find out.
We'll get it demonetized otherwise.
All right, so
that's a nice room note.
So my buddy Mark VV had the idea way back when we were doing tributes to John and when he passed, that when 4th of July came around, that we needed to do a tribute with this god awful stuff. So he went ahead and bought some.
I think it was an obligatory video.
Now, as a disclaimer. When Matches finally got tired of doing this, he did, 3 years worth of videos?
3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah, so 16, 17, 18, 19. I think he must have done 4.
Yeah.
And this will be 20. And he said 19, I'm done, right? And then he sent it to Artful Codger.
Which he probably loved it.
He smoked through it. He's never met a tobacco. But you see, that's a
true codger.
That's a true codger. And this may be where this ends up. Because, have you had it?
Yeah. Well, a long time ago.
I'd given you some before I sent it to John. It's just awful. And so you had the brilliant idea that we would smoke some for the 4th of July.
Much to your disdain.
To John. I'll do it for John, but disdain is an understatement.
He fought me every step of the way on this.
But here we are. You know, I'm wearing my New Orleans Pipe Club.
I'm wearing a
established 19
Cuban Guayabera.
There you go.
So this is very American. Yeah.
Very Cuban American.
Yeah.
For a guy with a Scandinavian last name. Dutch, whatever. Okay, we're gonna just do this and get it over with.
We should.
And then, is there like a backup tobacco that we can? So I notice you're using a cob. Is that a Country Gentleman?
That's an American pipe. Yes. Okay. Actually, this is the.
It's like
the Cobbett series. The
yeah,
Shire.
You've got that acorn bottom.
Yeah.
This is a Country Gentleman decked out with a forever stem.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Allegedly. May they rest in peace, along with John. Although somebody's making these now.
Yes.
But, okay, here's the deal. So cobs aren't supposed to ghost.
Yes.
All right. I say supposed to because...
Theoretically.
I bought something called Two Friends Chocolate something or another. Chocolate English. Remember that?
Yeah, you gave me some of that, too.
I could never get the ghost out of my cob.
I think I threw that one away.
That thing still smokes like fudgesicle.
Yeah.
So that... If I ruin this, well, you can't ruin a stem, can you?
No.
Okay, good. Because I can toss this and get another one.
Well, Everclear will clean that right out.
Yeah, all right. So load them up. You go first since it was your brilliant idea.
It's your damn idea.
And we're semi-socially distanced.
Semi.
Mark did wear a mask. And
it's a clear mask, though.
You can't see it. That's what you're saying. So we're I don't know how many feet away we are.
6.
Yeah, we're 6. 6 feet away. So I'm enjoying some black coffee in the Country Squire black mug.
It's a nice citrusy, bacony note.
Mark is enjoying some black coffee in his BRTV mug, which we'll take this opportunity to see he's loading. You know, that's the thing. It doesn't smell bad in the jar. It
smells great in the jar.
It really does. Very citrusy, in fact. We're going to have a series that's going to be starting later this month over on BRTV, where we smoke through the sample, this time from the Country Squire, and we're going to be doing the Middle Earth series. So I need to leave a link down in the
to the sampler?
Yeah, to the sampler if they want to purchase it. The first one we're going to smoke together will be Old Toby.
Old Toby?
So that'll be exclusively on BRTV.
Yep.
You're putting this off, aren't you? You don't want to light it.
No, it was just you got yours loaded up.
Oh no, I don't.
You just want to get the room note first.
I am a little curious. I don't recall the room note. I guess because I didn't. You can't get a room note when you're the smoker. So the fact that it's got a nice jar note, and it wouldn't surprise me if the room note's not half bad. I mean, I guess the other possibility is I had a bad jar of this stuff. Is that possible?
I guess.
That's not the greatest room note. It's not bad. I mean, it's just not... It's not striking me as an aromatic. It's got almost got a sulfur smell to it. And I know you didn't use a match.
I used the mini Acolyte lighter.
You know, a viewer asked me about what lighter I was using, so in the video I put up on Friday, I answered that question. And it's mine is black, but the one I gave you is blue, and it's a yours says Crocs.
That's the one you gave me.
It's the one I gave you,
yeah.
Which also came from the Dollar Tree. Mine says Scripto, but it's black, also from the Dollar Tree. So
just so everybody,
you know how much those cost?
$1?
$1. All right.
So it's got American pipe with American tobacco.
I'm loosely packing this. I'm about 3/4. I can't go any further. I got to light it.
You do.
How bad is it?
It's bad.
All right, here we go. Whew.
That's a taste. At first, it's like not bad, but then like it's just like okay. Then
it's not bad yet, but it was a harshness when I did the retro ale.
Yeah. It's got a off-putting smokiness that's I don't know what's in this blend. Pig's feet.
I'm guessing bacon was not meant to play in a pipe tobacco. I don't know.
All right, well, until next year, we're done.
Okay. As of now, I'm not really getting anything other than just a harsh tobacco flavor. Mm-hmm. Which this is not what I'm recalling what was so off-putting. I'm sure that's yet to come.
It smells like an aromatic in the jar.
Yeah.
But then on the actual flavor.
What I'm getting right now is like an astringent harshness.
It's almost like, I don't know, you've had like Dark Fired Kentucky, right?
It's coming. Go ahead. Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that. Like a really strong, like if this was just straight Dark Fired Kentucky.
Well, what the heck is in it?
Do you know? I have no clue. I didn't do any research whatsoever.
What does it say? Does the jar tell us anything?
Probably not.
You got your phone?
Yep.
You go to tr.com?
All right, let's look this up. Hard-hitting reporting coming from...
You show the jar to the viewers? Got a pig on it.
All right, tobacco, let's see. Bacon Old Fashioned, let's see. Briar Works. Bacon Old Fashioned.
Okay. This is harsh, but it's still not crap like I remember from 4 years ago.
Okay, well, it's in stock at pipesandcigars.com, so you go get you some right now. Briar Works Bacon Old Fashioned Pipe Tobacco Blend starts with burley, Virginia, and black Cavendish, to which notes of bourbon and citrus are added.
Okay, the citrus comes through on the jar note.
Yeah.
I just got a mouthful of something. I don't know what the hell that was.
What makes this... But wait, there's more. What makes this smoothly aromatic tobacco blend unique is some of that hickory smoked dark-fired Kentucky. Is included to bring together all the essences you'd find in the libation of the same name. A medium-bodied aromatic Briar Works Bacon Old Fashioned pipe tobacco is a great choice to have in the morning after a hearty breakfast. And the glass cur jar it comes packaged in is a perfect place to keep the tobacco once.
All right, you know what? That is pretty cool because there's some others in this line. There's Country Lawyer.
Yeah, that one's a great one too.
Sweet tea, unsweet tea. Yeah. Right. So the glass jar is kind of now. I'm assuming for shipping, it's a pain in the butt because it adds weight. But
yeah,
that's a great idea because
you don't have to like rejar.
You don't have to jar it. Yeah,
it's already there.
Here's the deal. There's a harshness to it that's fairly consistent. What I remember was a consistently bad tasting tobacco. And what I'm experiencing thus far is every so often it tastes like ass. Can you say that on YTPC?
We'll find out.
But it's not consistent.
Oh.
I don't know what that was. That almost tasted like trash. Not that I've ever eaten trash, but
I would imagine this is what trash tastes like.
Yeah, this is
if you were to eat it.
And here's the thing, like this is still on the market, and I don't think it's on the market because like they made so many units and they're still available.
I think people like it.
I think this came out in 2016, 2015, whenever it was, right? And it's still around. So somebody's buying it, and somebody's going like, "Yeah, I'm stocking up on it, dude. I like it."
In case Briar Works goes under, and then McClelland is Briar Works is the new McClelland. And people will be hunting down bacon old fashioned. I'm going to keep this just in case that happens. That way I can sell it to somebody in the second market for,
You ain't getting much for that, dude.
you know, $50.
You see now, there it was. It was a kind of a harsh citrusy, harsher.
I don't get any of the aromatic.
And I'm
stuff.
afraid that in a moment it's just going to taste like trash again. Or,
I can see.
you remember the first time you tasted scotch?
Yes.
Did you like it?
No.
Okay. Scotch is an acquired taste. Most people who sip scotch for the first time go, wow, that is very unique, almost off-putting.
But it's not for me. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you go back to it. Something brings you back, and then you start realizing, okay, there's different kinds of scotch.
Every scotch tastes different.
Right. And then you start to realize with scotch that, okay, you move toward something within the spectrum. You realize 18s are different than 12s, and single malts are different than blends.
Yeah.
And the problem with scotch is the more you progress into something better, you can never really go backwards.
And it's like, it just gets more expensive.
It's an acquired taste, though.
Yeah.
You usually don't go right off the bat, I like scotch. But scotch brings you back in. This will never
do that.
This will never bring you back in. I don't see how you can acquire a taste for this.
With John, I mean, it seemed to go in reverse.
It got worse.
Yeah.
Well, that was the reason for the yearly return.
Right. Just to see if
His
it got
theory
better.
was, as with just about any other blend on the market, age it and it's gonna smooth out.
Yeah.
Age it and it's going to bloom and blossom with time. And this rotted like trash.
Well, maybe the turd is what causes. That's a dark leaf. This is Kentucky right here. This is what this is.
Okay, and I want to say in one of the subsequent years he threw the turd in,
No.
and I don't, and that might have been the year where he started going.
that may have
Remember
tipped,
those twitches he was
that may
having?
have
and
tipped the
such?
scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why am I relighting this? Okay. Now, what are you going to do with this?
Well, maybe next year for July 4th, we can do another video.
That's a possibility. You'll have your own channel up by then,
This is going to be true.
and
This
you
will
can
be
do
true.
that solo, maybe.
I'll invite you over to the Bothy. You can
Maybe what we should do
have a little scotch.
next year is sometime in May, June,
Okay.
put this out there and run a contest. And instead of the winner getting something, whoever loses the contest gets this and, and has to smoke it on air.
Right. Okay.
And then they need to run a contest
but it has to
to
be
pass it on to the next loser.
But it has to be somebody who hasn't smoked it yet.
Oh, yeah. It's got to be a Boff Virgin.
Yeah.
B-O-F, Boff. Bacon
Virgin.
Old Fashioned.
Yep.
Not to be confused with Boff Barf.
Or we could just do like a tasting series of the Briar Works.
Okay, now I got a third taste. First it was ass, then it was trash.
Now,
Vomit.
vomit. Okay.
I'm telling you,
right.
it really,
All right.
that sort of stomachy, nasty regurgitation flavor that no one appreciates when they puke.
I'm glad
I'm sorry I'm being graphic, but
I'm glad I only packed half this bowl.
I just, honest to goodness, and I know everybody's tastes are different. I get that. I have had blends. What's that one you gave me the big tub of, and I didn't like it.
Gentleman caller. You keep calling it gentleman caller, but
No,
it's
it's
not.
distinguished gentleman.
Yeah.
Distinguished. And every now and then, I've still got that tub,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's down there, actually. I keep it in the office. And every now and then, I'm going to go back to it. I'm going to see. I'm going to try a different pipe. And what I don't like about it is I find there's a chemical, artificial something to it that just really turns me off. But I'll go back to it. I can never imagine purposely going back to this. And I know everybody's taste buds are different, but I don't see how somebody can smoke this the first time and go, this is worth trying in a different pipe. I think I'm going to try it with a deeper bowl, or Group 3 Dunhill, or I can't imagine it.
I imagine if you love Dark Fire Kentucky, this is probably a blend you're going to like. It's got bourbon. It's got.
Do you get bourbon?
Citrus? No, I get the zinginess of the alcohol.
I might be just chalking that up to that citrusy. I do get a citrusy, but it's such a harsh, astringent flavor.
Like literally, all I taste is the Dark Fire Kentucky, and that's not something when it's in a blend and it's done right, I enjoy it. But this is not it.
Yeah. Well. All right. Can we take our minds off of this for a moment? And I'm just hitting that computer so that because we're doing an audio and a video. Let's try and just not focus. We'll just try and see if we can get through the smoke. And we'll change our thoughts. If you change your thoughts, you can change your life, right? I taught people that for a living when I was a psychologist. I was a cognitive behavioral therapist. So we're going to change our thoughts. 4th of July, Independence Day.
America.
I do think we still live in the greatest country God has ever gifted planet Earth. We've got some problems in our country. It's not perfect.
Very much so.
But I think it's a pretty good country.
For the most part, yeah. You have the freedom to kind of
turn out bad tobacco. You can't not get away from it.
Nope.
Now, I don't know a lot about Briar Works.
I know they got a good peeps that work there.
Okay. So they are an independent. They're not part of, like Sutliff is technically, if I'm not mistaken, it's part of McBaron. Am I right about that?
Yes.
I'm not making that up.
No.
And Lane is Scandinavian, and like Sir Walter Raleigh is also
GLPs and
Scandinavian. Right.
Yeah.
So they're not part of anybody else?
I don't think so. Let's see what it says in the jar, because that is bourbon. Oh, look, bourbon, citrus, and smoky dark fire make this perfect.
I don't know about perfect. But, what I'm getting at, if they really are just an independent, they're small enough where I bet you we could call them and they'd talk to us.
Probably. Actually, I'm going to go on tobaccoreviews.com and tell you if they're a subsidiary of anybody, because they usually have that information.
And I would get a kick out of talking. Full disclosure, I don't like the blend. What's that saying? C&D.
Yeah.
It's manufactured by
So
C&D.
they jar it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they didn't come up with the blend.
Does it say who the blender is? That's what I'm curious about. I would love to be able to just have a conversation with the blender. Like, what were you after? In your taste buds, do you think you honestly got there? Because it could just be my taste buds and your taste buds and John's taste buds. Because Artful Codger loved this crap.
Maybe, I don't know. It says from Ladisi, so maybe Ladisi owns it now. Maybe when it came out, it wasn't owned by Ladisi. I don't know.
It doesn't say who the blender is?
It's the only thing it says is that it is manufactured by Cornell Deal. The brand is Briar Works International.
Okay.
So.
Well, like you get some of these things. What am I thinking of? Hearth and Home, for instance. Russ.
Yeah.
Russ Olette is the blender.
Pipes and cigars, yeah.
Right. But I mean, his name is less like he gets credit for creating a beautiful blend.
Yeah. So this is definitely made.
I want to know who the guy is that came up with this. Is all I'm saying, and I'd like to talk to him. I'm not trying to be mean. I just want to. I'm curious, like what was going on in his mind, and honestly, did he like just give up and say this is good enough? I would just like that honest conversation, where he's like, no, I really, when I smoked it, this is what I was after, and I got there, and it's sublime, and I'd be like, that's awesome, because we've all got different tastes.
I sincerely hope he does not watch your channel.
I'm not saying it to be mean. It's coming from a critical point of view, because
like you really want to know how did he come up with this.
I do. I want to.
That's fair.
Yeah, I do. And I honestly, I want to know if like he was under a time crunch. And he's like, okay, this is close enough. And
you get a gun to your head, like, okay.
Right, yeah.
Like, hurry up.
I don't know. I'm just curious.
Eureka. I have it.
Just curious. Or, look, I am sure there's somebody who watches the channel who's like, no, I genuinely like this. It's not my everyday go-to, but it's a good change of pace.
Look at these two dumbasses who are bad-mouthing my favorite blend.
Exactly.
Every blend is somebody's favorite.
That's exactly right.
Don't ever forget that.
And the fact that this is still on the market means someone's buying it. I mean, it's got to sell, you know? So I'm just curious, like, do you get a baconed old-fashioned flavor out of this?
No.
I know you don't. I'm talking about somebody who likes it. Hypothetically, someone watching this truly enjoys it.
Anyway, I think what we're trying to say is rest in peace, John Harden. You were right. You were right. This. Yep.
You know, and I want to give a shout out to Sarge.
Yes.
He was on. I think he was on vacation last week. He shot me a text, and he was trying to do a 4th of July, actually, I think on the 5th, maybe Sunday. He was trying to do some kind of a gathering.
Oh, that'd be nice.
As a tribute to John.
With him in like pipes and kayaks and
right. Yeah. And I don't think it was going to be able to, and I don't know all the ins and outs. My guess is it was a social distancing travel.
Which is what we're doing here.
Right. And that's why it had to be called off. And I know it was distressing to him. And I said, well, look, is there a way you could do this?
Zoom.
Right, exactly. And I got busy, and I guess he got busy. We never really finished our conversation, and this was through text. But Sarge was very close to John, and actually, the day I was texting with him, I know he had been in contact with John's wife.
Really?
And so I think that was probably hard too. So thinking about you, Sarge, and
yep.
I think we're all going into this 4th of July weekend. If you're a pipe smoker in the YTPC, you got to be thinking about John because of this bacon old fashioned crap.
As horrible as it is, it brings us together, right?
It does, and there's just so many wonderful memories. And if you're new to the community and you don't know what the heck we're talking about, if you don't know who Matches, if you know who Matches is, but you don't know anything about the bacon old fashioned, go to his channel and look this stuff up and watch those videos in order.
Yeah, and then you'll just got to search through. You'll have to
July
zoom
of every
through,
year.
but you'll have to find the July videos, and it's in there.
It is in there, and they're most as unenjoyable as this tobacco is, and for my palate.
Yeah,
the videos
they're fun.
Are so enjoyable to watch him go through it. And again, I mean, look, he's a burly guy, so he's used to a strong, robust backy. I mean, he went through Haunted Bookshop like it was water.
And the fact that he did not like this says something.
It does say something. It does say something.
Let me put the little turds back in this jar.
Yeah, you probably want to. Yeah, the turds might be important.
Don't want them to dry out.
I don't know. All right. Is that legit? We've been doing this for daggone near 28 minutes, and I'm just wondering if...
have we reached a logical conclusion?
Maybe, because I don't think I want to light this again.
No, I'm not going to.
And
I'm done.
Yeah, so I guess we should begin to just wrap up this experience. John Harden, we know you are looking down upon us.
And laughing at us. And thinking... You dumb whippersnappers!
I told you. Yeah, exactly. So, it's all in good fun to remember him. He's truly a classic, and I don't know what else can we say about our buddy Matches860, other than we miss him dearly. That's for sure. What, he passed away in January?
Yeah, it's January. Yeah,
so it's almost half
January.
A year already. My goodness, time flies. And I was thinking about this earlier today, like. What might be different? Like, how would John handle the COVID thing? Like, would he be wearing a mask when he did his Friday night video?
John was pretty,
because he didn't, if I'm not mistaken, he worked with a senior facility, right?
Yeah, he did the maintenance, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he was like the whole plant manager, physical plant and that sort of thing. So he would have been working within a kind of high risk sort of population and such, and it makes me wonder what kind of stories he would have about that. And did you see? I know you saw it. Eric, the Blue Collar Pipe Smokers YTPC Hollywood or whatever he called it.
Yeah, that was great.
And And who did he have for John? It was
Christopher Waltz.
There you go. It's just
incredible actor.
Yeah,
but also a great representation of for John.
A good storyteller.
Yeah, good storyteller.
Right. Yeah. So some of those were just funny and spot on.
They were.
They were really. So Eric, if you're watching, shout out to you because that was brilliant. He came out with part 2, and yeah, I watched it. But I got to say, part 1 I watched multiple times because it was just part 2 is good too. But there's something about the original in this. The sequel's never quite
as good.
Live up to the and it was good. It was still very well done. He is so creative.
Eric,
yeah. Have you heard him do some impersonations?
Yes.
I mean, it's just in part. Okay, so in part 1 he did London, Simon. London Calling with Simon. Mm-hmm. And it was an empty chair, right? Because he never shows himself. I'll hit the computer again. And then part 2, he did 2 a.m. patio. Mm-hmm. Guy goes by the name Onion, and he had an onion.
What did he have just the chair for?
It was Simon. Yeah. Simon, yeah. Because Simon never shows his face.
Right.
I guess the industry he works in or something. I don't know. It's just his persona. He chooses not to. Not sure what the story is.
It's kind of like Phil. Old Phil.
Phil. Somebody was giving Phil crud today on Twitter because he's got over 500 subs to his channel. He's never made a video.
He's like, you can do your close up, and he's like, close as you get to my elbow.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's Elbow Shot. What's his name? You know who you are. Elbow Shot. He's can't think of it. Sorry. It's late. We're recording this. Just in full disclosure, we're recording this on Friday evening.
Friday
to
evening.
Go up on the 4th of July on Saturday.
Correct.
Yeah. So
we're both very tired after work.
Yeah.
So I gotta go pick up dinner.
You still gotta bring the family dinner. So I guess we really should be wrapping this up. Whatever you guys are doing out there in America for the 4th of July, be safe with it. If you're elsewhere about the world, well, you're still in the same dag-blasted pandemic that we're in, so be safe with that, too.
Yeah.
But if you're playing with fireworks, don't lose any fingers. It's best to leave that to the adults who aren't drinking. And that's the best advice I got. I don't know.
Somebody said something about if the guy who sells you fireworks has, 2 fingers and 1 eye, it's probably good fireworks.
Exactly. There you go. That's who you know who to buy from. All right, as we're at a half hour here plus, I guess it's time to sign off. So,
Yep.
Yeah. So, on behalf of
Mark VV of the Briar Bothy,
this is Padre, wishing you and yours a very happy Independence Day, 4th of July, and God's peace, grace, and blessings. Let's go dump this.
Yeah, please. Oh, man. I think...
This is where the...
Artful, you're getting another package very soon, buddy.
In BRTV fashion, this is where the screen goes dark, but we just keep talking.
Just keep on talking.
Yeah.
You're getting another package real soon.
Maybe, or we send it to somebody else, to some virgin.
Unsuspecting victim.
Let them try it and put a video up.